Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us, facing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
A man who valued forgiveness, not vendettas, peace, not violence, love, not hate. A man who stood on a podium significantly bigger than the one here today to express his dream. A dream he fought for, breaking through cultural boundaries, social limitations, and pervasive discrimination. A dream that looks something like today. A glorious day where we celebrate, learn, and appreciate the shining symbols of diversity that unites, not divides, a school called Torrance High. Look to your left and right. We are heirs of this dream. The dream of a great man we celebrate today, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. But today, beyond remembering and honoring Dr. King and his passionate dream, I call us to be emboldened and empowered by the knowledge of his fight for freedom to pursue this dream of justice in our everyday lives. Hands Across Campus is more than just a homage to our past. It's a reflection of how we ought to engage with each other in the present, hand in hand, differences aside. It's a charge for us Tartars to walk into school next Tuesday and step into our futures as leaders of our generation, equipped with the power of love, acceptance, hope, and determination, the same characteristics of the very dream and man we acknowledge today. Dr. King once said that I believe that unarmed truth and unconditional love will have a final word in reality. Our reality is a world masked in filters of perfection, conformity, and ignorance, hiding the ugly truth of poverty, discrimination, injustice, and war. Yet this is not the end. As I look upon this filled gym, I see the continuation of Dr. King's dream. At this very moment, we are the testament to the unarmed truth that our differences, our diversity, and our authentic cultures are not weaknesses, but rather our strengths. At Torrance High, our unconditional love is demonstrated in how we embrace our diverse sports teams, classmates, and celebrate the multitude of cultures that these clubs represent today. I believe that despite the long journey towards peace ahead, we are armed with the truth and love that we can proudly say alongside Dr. King, that even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have truth. Thank you.
Tadi
Who are these children dressed in red?
They must be the ones that Moses led.
Who are these children dressed in red?
They must be the ones that Moses led.
Saying, come on up, shh, come on up, shh, come on up, shh, come on up. And say, come on up, like, come on
It's my honor to introduce to you the President and Vice President of Black Culture Club, Mr. Chris Starr and Ms. Morgan Hillian.
Good afternoon, distinguished guests, families, faculty, and students.
If we take a look around the audience here today, we can see the prominent diversity among us.
Around me, I see a variation of hair textures: curly, coily, straight, and wavy. I am also aware of the many unique skin colors that are here present with us.
With this alone, we have already achieved a fraction of what Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. envisioned: a society characterized by justice, equality, and brotherhood.
A gathered community that exemplifies unity and the urgency to spread awareness of each other's cultures. At its core, freedom is a fundamental right and a value that we hold dear to our hearts, as it is crucial to the human experience.
Freedom, however, is more than just the absence of oppression. It is the presence of opportunity and the empowerment of choice. Freedom is also about expressing oneself to carving your path, and it entails collective harmony where we respect the rights of others.
Freedom has the power to shape our destinies. It provides a space for personal growth, self-expression, and the pursuit of happiness. The recognition of individual freedom is closely tied to the preservation of human dignity. To acknowledge others' freedoms is to acknowledge their inherent worth.
With freedom comes responsibility. A society that values freedom understands the importance of accountability. The exercise of freedom should not infringe upon our rights and well-being.
As Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, freedom is never voluntarily given by the oppressor. It must be demanded by the oppressed.
Freedom must be fought for. True liberation often involves a determined and organized effort to challenge the oppressive forces faced and demand the rights and dignity that have been previously denied.
This is the mentality that we need, as we are challenged with daily hardships that attack our values of unity, equality, and freedom. To achieve a better America, you have to want to make a change. As Dr. King says, I concluded that there is an existential moment in your life where you must decide to speak for yourself. Nobody else can speak for you. We often don't realize the impact that our voices have on our society. All it takes is one.
Silence in the face of injustice can perpetuate it. Using your voice to speak out against discrimination, inequality, and wrongdoing is a key step in the resistance against injustice. Your voice contributes to the dismantling of oppressive systems and the promotion of a fair and equitable society.
Standing up for what's right is crucial for several reasons, as it plays a paramount role in shaping a just and equitable society. When we speak out against injustice, discrimination, or unethical behavior, it contributes to social progress. Positive change often arises from the collective efforts of individuals who refuse to accept the status quo, advocating for a more just and compassionate world.
Using your voice is not only a right, but a responsibility. You can shape your own narrative, contribute to positive change, and actively participate in the ongoing conversation that surrounds our communities and societies.
In our current society, many become so focused on following the majority. We often don't want to speak up because of fear of standing out or losing friends who may have different points of view.
The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands in times of challenge and controversy, as Dr. King once said.
We should be questioning ourselves, no matter our obligation, our age, or the doubt if we're doing enough. The fight for equality and change is a never-ending battle. This idea applies to more than just the African American community and culture, but can be applied to every race, ethnicity, gender, religious belief, and orientation. It's 2024. There are so many ways people judge and oppress each other. While race is the biggest consideration, we cannot forget the others. We see you, we recognize you, and we support you.
You are not just fighting for yourself, but for future generations that will come after you. The underrepresented, those who look up to you as a leader, and more importantly, the idea of freedom and justice.
Freedom is not merely a political or legal concept. It is a deep-rooted aspiration. Its importance lies in its ability to foster a world where individuals can live authentically, contribute in a meaningful way, and coexist in a spirit of mutual respect and understanding. Advocating for yourself and others is a challenge. Achieving freedom in all its forms is a challenge. The work will not be easy, but is sometimes necessary to create change. We hope that our generation will not back down from this challenge, but rather face it head on and say, the challenge is accepted.
Now, please listen to the iconic words spoken by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. on August 28, 1963.
Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you, I Have a Dream.
I say to you today, my friends, that in spite of the difficulties and frustrations of the moment, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
I have a dream that one day the red blood that the sons of farmers live and the sons of farmers live on will be able to sit down at the table of living.
I have a dream that one day even the state of Mississippi, a desert state sweltering with the heat of injustice and oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice.
I have a dream that my four children
Will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin.
will by the content of their friends.
I have a dream today.
I have a dream that one day the state of Alabama, whose governor's lips are presently dripping with the words of interposition and nullification, will be transformed into a situation.
A situation where little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls and walk together as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today.
I have a dream that one day every valley shall be exalted, every hill and mountain shall be made low. The rough places will be made plain.
And the crooked places will be made straight, and the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see his glory.
This is our hope.
This is the faith with which I return to myself.
With this faith, we will keep out the mountain of despair, stone of hope.
With this faith, we will be able to transform the jangling discourse of our nation into a beautiful symphony of government.
With this faith, we will to work together,
To pray together,
to struggle together,
to go to jail together,
to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day.
This will be the day when all of God's children will be able to sing with a new meaning.
My country is a thee, sweet land of liberty, of the ice.
Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride, from every mountainside. Let freedom reign.
And if America is to be a great nation, this must become true. So let freedom ring from the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire.
Let freedom ring from the mighty mountains of New York. Let freedom ring from the hiking Alleghenies of Pennsylvania.
Let freedom ring from the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado. Let freedom ring from the curvaceous peaks of California.
But not only that, let freedom ring from the Stone Mountain of Georgia. Let freedom ring from the Lookout Mountain of Tennessee.
Let freedom ring from every hill and every molehill of Mississippi, from every mountainside.
Let freedom ring.
When we let it ring from every village, and every hamlet, and every state, and every city, we will be able to speed up the day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands singing the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, thank God Almighty we are free at last.
Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for In 1955, when Rosa Parks was arrested for refusing to relinquish her seat to a white man on a Montgomery City bus, it was this incident that was the spark that lit the fire under the growing civil rights movement. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., his experience, his passion for the cause, and his position in the community gave him the credentials to be the leader and face this movement. The leader in a 381-day boycott of the city buses on December 20th. Dr. King inspired change with peace. Dr. King's nonviolent methods of protest yielded results and became the national face of this cause. He was jailed over 20 times, was once stabbed in the chest. His house was bombed, and he suffered relentless personal attacks on himself and his family. For a man of peaceful intentions, he unfortunately spent much of his life the target of violent intent. Yet the threats never stopped him. Dr. King inspired change with peace. Dr. King inspired thousands of people through his eloquence and through his fearlessness and courage. He worked tirelessly to promote the cause he so strongly believed in. Between the years of 1957 and through 1968, he traveled over 6 million miles, delivered 2,500 speeches, wrote 5 books, and dozens of articles. His hard work and ability to communicate earned him the honor of Times Magazine's Man of the Year in 1963, and he became the youngest man to win the Nobel Peace Prize. Dr. King inspired change with peace. While in Memphis to lead a protest march defending the rights of striking garbage workers in April of 1968, Dr. King delivered a rousing speech titled, "I've Been to the Mountaintop."
If I had sneezed, I wouldn't have had a chance later that year in August to try to tell America about a dream that I had had. If I had sneezed, I wouldn't have been down in Selma, Alabama to see the great movement there. If I had sneezed, I wouldn't have been in Memphis to see a community rally around those brothers and sisters who are suffering. I'm so happy that I didn't sleep. And they were telling me, now it doesn't matter now. It really doesn't matter what happens now. I left Atlanta this morning, and as we got started on the plane, there were 6 of us. The pilot said over the public address system, we are sorry for the delay. But we have Dr. Martin Luther King on the plane. And to be sure that all of the bags were checked.
King was shot and killed. In 1983, President Ronald Reagan signed a proclamation declaring the 3rd Monday of every January Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Each year on the 3rd Monday of January, schools, federal offices, post offices, and banks across America close as we celebrate the birth, the life, and the dream of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. It's a time for the nation to remember the injustices that Dr. King fought. A time to remember his fight for the freedom, equality, and dignity of all races and people. A time to remember the message of change through nonviolence. A time to remember his dream. It's at this time I would like to call up our Torrentai troubadours and ask all of you to look to your left, look to your right, and join hands as we join hands across this gymnasium as we listen to our troubadour rendition of Amazing Grace. Ladies and gentlemen, that will conclude our Hands Across Campus celebration.